φορές. Εγώ θα κάνω το ίδιο. Άλλο! Νίκλα και μόνο εδώ. Παιδιά. Άλλο, εντάξει, τότε θα σας είπα παίξουμε. Getting over it. Παιδιά. Το βίντεο το έχουμε πει πριν μερικές 2 μέρες μέσα έχετε. Το έχω κάνει 2 φορές. Το έχουμε κάνει 2 φορές. Ναι, το έχουμε κάνει 49 φορές. Και για να σας αποδείξουμε. Έχω νικήσει αυτό το παιχνίδι 49 φορές. Και για να σας αποδείξουμε πως λέμε αλήθεια. Το έχουμε παίξει 4 ώρες. Εγώ το έχω παίξει. Τελευταία κίνηση χθες σήμερα. Και κάτω. Προβολή όλων των επιτευγμάτων. Έχουμε πάρει αυτά τα 2 και έρθει η ώρα να το κάνουμε 50 φορές. Τι τουρν! Εγώ θα τα κάνω όλα. Δεν βάλε κατά το παιχνίδι. Ωραία. Λοιπόν.
Επιτέλους, έφτασε η ώρα. Hello.
Λειτουργεί. Ενώ. Παιδιά, πάω από την αρχή. Δεν θα κάνω spoilers. Ναι, δεν θα κάνω spoilers.
Φωνή.
Φωνή. Όχι, δεν έχει το παιχνίδι είναι ότι δεν έχει. Θα το βάλω μόλις μπει. Παιδιά, είναι σχεδόν χρυσό. Βάζω σε TV όλα του.
Επιτέλους, έφτασε η ώρα.
Κάτω σπίτρα.
There's no feeling more intense than starting over.
Ξεκινάει
If you
το
deleted
Grand
your
Canyon και
homework the
ανεβαίνεις
day
στο
before it
Everest.
was due, as I have,
Μα όντως
or if you
ξεκινάς
left
από
your
το
wallet
Grand Canyon
at
και ανεβαίνεις στο
home, you have to
Everest.
go back after spending an hour in the commute. If you won some money at the casino and then put all your winnings on red but it came up black. If you got your best shirt dry cleaned before a wedding and then immediately dropped food on it. If you won an argument with a friend and then later discovered that they just returned to their original view. Starting over is harder than starting up. If you're not ready for that, like if you've already had a bad day, then what you're about to go through might be too much. Feel free to go away and come back. I'll be here.
Κάνεις αυτό.
Alright, thanks for coming with me on this trip. I'll understand if you have to take a break at any point. Just find a safe place to stop.
Αυτό κάνουμε, Swagman.
Don't worry, I'll save your progress, always, even your mistakes.
Μην μου το κάνεις αυτό.
This game is a homage to a free game that came out in 2002 titled Sexy Hiking. The author of that game was Jazuo, a mysterious Czech designer who was known at the time as the father of B games. And B games are rough assemblages of found objects. Designers slap them together very quickly and freely, and they're often too rough and unfriendly to gain much of a following. They're built more for the joy of building them than as polished products. In a certain way, Sexy Hiking is the perfect embodiment of a B game. It's built almost entirely out of found and recycled parts, and it's one of the most unusual and unfriendly games of its time. In it, your task is simply to drag yourself up a mountain with a hammer. And that act of climbing, in the digital world or in real life, has certain essential properties that give the game its flavor. No amount of forward progress is guaranteed. Some cliffs are too sheer or too slippery. And the player is constantly, unremittingly in danger of falling and losing everything. Anyway, when you start Sexy Hiking, you're standing next to this dead tree that blocks the way to the entire rest of the game. It might take you an hour to get over that tree, and a lot of people never got past it. You prod and you poke at it, exploring the limits of your reach and your strength, trying to find a way up and over. And there's a sense of truth in that lack of compromise. Most obstacles in video game worlds are fake. You can be completely confident in your ability to get through them once you have the correct method or the correct equipment or just by spending enough time. In that sense, every pixelated obstacle in Sexy Hiking is real. The obstacles in Sexy Hiking are unyielding, and that makes the game uniquely frustrating. I'm not sure Jazuo intended to make a frustrating game. The frustration is just essential to the act of climbing, and it's authentic to the process of building a game about climbing. A funny thing happened to me as I was building this game. I'd have an idea for a new obstacle, and I'd build it, test it, and it would usually turn out to be unreasonably hard. But I couldn't bring myself to make it easier. It already felt like my inability to get past the new obstacle was my fault as a player rather than as a builder. Imaginary mountains build themselves from our efforts to climb them, and it's our repeated attempts to reach the summit that turns those mountains into something real. When you're building a video game world, you're building with ideas, and that can be like working with quickset cement. You mold your ideas into a certain shape that can be played with, and in the process of playing with them, they begin to harden and set until they're immutable, like rock. And at that point, you can't change the world. not without breaking it into pieces and starting fresh with new ideas.
Θα πέσω, σίγουρα. Πώς το ξέρεις, ρε?
For years now, people have been predicting that games would soon be made out of prefabricated objects, bought in a store and assembled into a world.
Τι πες?
And for the most part, that hasn't happened, because the objects in the stores are trash. I don't mean they look bad or that they're badly made, although a lot of them are. I mean they're trash in the way that food becomes trash as soon as you put it in the sink. Things are made to be consumed and used in a certain context, and once the moment is gone, they transform into garbage. In the context of technology, those moments pass by in seconds.
Αχα!
Over time, we've poured more and more refuse into this vast digital landfill that we call the internet. It now vastly outnumbers and outweighs the things that are fresh and untainted and unused. When everything around us is cultural trash, trash becomes the new medium, the lingua franca of the digital age.
Αυτό δεν
And you can
θυμάμαι
build
το
culture out of
ψέγουνε.
trash. But only trash culture. Be games, be movies, be music, be philosophy. Maybe this is what digital culture is. A monstrous mountain of trash, the ash heap of creativity's fountain. A landfill with everything we ever thought of in it. Grand, infinite, and unsorted.
Δεν πειράζει. Αργά. Σιγά.
There's 3D models of breakfast, Gen X's fanfic novels, scan magazines, green screen Shia LaBeouf, banned snuff scenes on LiveLeak. Facebook's got lifelike bots with unbranded adverts and candid shots of Kanye and Taylor Swift mashups, car crash epic failed GIFs, Russian dashcam vids, discussions of McRibs, discarded, forgotten, unrecycled, muddled, rotten, untold.
Αργά. Το speedrun 5.
Everything's fresh for about 6 seconds, until some newer thing beckons, and we hit refresh. And there's years of persevering disappearing into the pile, out of style, out of sight.
Σίγουρα δεν χακάραμε, σίγουρα δεν χάκερε γιατί είναι τόσο καλές. Παιδιά, δεν χάκαρα.
In this context, it's tempting to make friendly content that's gentle, that lets you churn through it but not earn it. Why make something demanding if it just gets piled up in the landfill, filed in with the bland things? When games were new, they wanted a lot from you. Daunting you, taunting you, resetting and delaying you. Players played stoically. Now everyone's turned off by that. They want to burn through it quickly. A quick fix for the fickle. Some tricks for the clicks of the feckless. But that's not you. You're an acrobat. You could swallow a baseball bat.
Έτσι. Μη πέσεις.
Now I know, most likely you're watching this on YouTube or Twitch, while some dude with 10 million views does it for you. Like a baby bird being fed chewed up food. That's culture too.
That's Golden. Έλα, είμαι στο τέλος. I take my blessing to the
But on the
sky.
off chance that you're playing this, what I'm saying is, trash is disposable, but maybe it doesn't have to be
Πρέπει να το βάλουμε
approachable.
με τη μουσική.
What's the
Η
feeling?
μουσική είναι αυτή που
Are you
σκέφτεται
stressed? I guess you don't hate it.
Θα φάμε copyright,
Feeling
θα φάμε copyright,
frustrated.
θα φάμε copyright.
It's underrated.
Μακάρι ήταν έτσι. Απλά σου παίξε αυτό σου.
An orange is sweet, juicy fruit
Yes, juicy
locked
fruit.
inside
Ξέρεις,
a
περίμενε.
peel. That's not how I feel about a challenge.
Στραβάει κάτι.
I only want the
Ναι,
bitterness. It's coffee. It's grapefruit. It's licorice.
Νικόλα, τράβαμε.
It feels like we're closer
Εσύ
now.
τράβαμε.
Composer and climber, designer and user. You could have refused, but you didn't. There was something in you that was hidden, that chose to continue.
Σταθμός μιλάει. 7 λεπτά.
7.
No. Τι! Τώρα, παιδιά, καθίστε. Είστε σίγουροι πως θα το κάνουμε spoil? Παιδιά, θα κάνουμε spoil. Θέλετε να δείτε τι είναι? Λοιπόν, δεν θα σφίξουμε. Όχι, μπορεί να δείτε. Έλα, Νικόλα, μην είσαι κακός με τους άλλους. Μην είσαι κακός με τους άλλους. Να μην είσαι κακός με τους άλλους, όμως συνεχίζει και το λέω. Μην είσαι κακός με τους άλλους. Κάτσε. Να μην τους δεις αυτό που θέλουνε. Δεν καταλαβαίνω, ρε Νικόλα. Δεν καταλαβαίνω. Καθίστε, παιδιά. Θα δείτε εμένα να κάνω react σε 50 φορές. Όχι μόνο σε αυτό. Περιμένετε λίγο. Κούμπα. Να το! Θα δούμε. Θα ονομαστούμε Nick Lack. 50. Nick Lack. Beaten. 50. times OMG. Master Hacker Dicklack beaten 50 times OMG. Βγαίνω. Τι έγινε? Τώρα γιατί δεν μου γίνονται τόσο over it? Wait it. Το λέει εδώ 50. Να! Το κατάφερα, guys! Το μπήκε, άμα εσείς και βλέπετε την όμορφη φάτσα μας. Βγάλω το webcam απλά. Παραφορά μεγέθους είναι. Λοιπόν, guys, κοιτάξτε. So over it. Φυσικά, όχι, βλέπουνε τη φάτσα μας. Την όμορφη φάτσα μας βλέπουνε. Να το. So over it. Χριστιανά, τώρα θα κάνουμε λίγο. Κάτσε. Τώρα θα κάνω react εγώ στο πόσο golden είναι το πότι μου. Κοίτα! Golden! OMG, δεν μπορώ. We beat this game. Θέλω να πω στο I beat the OMG. Δεν μπορώ να πω άλλο. Ποιο να ευχαριστείς? Θέλω να ευχαριστήσω εμένα και μόνο. Ένας φίλος μου και ο Αλεξιλάκ με πείσανε να το κάνω. Αλλά δεν κάνανε τίποτα! Εγώ τα έκανα όλα! Εγώ!
Τέτοια τρέλα μόνο εσύ δεν έκανες.
Ναι, όντως. Ναι. Δεν είμαι ψώνιο, είμαι ψωνάρα και μ' αρέσει! Πρέπει να δεις, λέει, είτε ξεκλειδώσω τα επιτεύγματα, συγχαρητήρια. Συγχαρητήρια και... Μου λες! Το πέρασα 50 φορές! Και τώρα το πέρασα 50 φορές! Κοίταμε, παράτασα. Το πέρασα! Bye guys! Πριν γίνει πιο εξτρέφτελη, bye bye!